Hello, I'm Jennifer Sweeney and I am doing a tutorial on Schoology.com. This is a free site used by school systems to keep track of grades, also to keep track of attendance, and more importantly, to add assignments and have students complete them and upload them directly to this site. So I'm going to log in. When you log into this site, it's set up a lot like Facebook. So it's very user-friendly, very simple, especially for teenagers because they use Facebook a lot, so they kind of understand the whole format of that. This is your home page. So this is where you see any activity that's happened. This right here would be if students write to each other, if I wrote to someone, or I posted an assignment with an actual message, it would show you the most recent one. Looking to the left, if you click the Schoology tab, it takes you right back to this page. So kind of going down, recent activities, what we're on right now. The calendar shows you what is coming up, what has been coming, what's already passed, and it's separated actually by your course. So the orange is me. You can also do groups. If the school wants to send out a message or something to remember, they can do that. And then you can also do a personal one, which would be in the blue. And you can kind of see on this calendar things that I've had to do last week, including this week. And there's 3 of each of them because I have 3 different classes. You can post the same thing to all classes, but having 3 of them lets me know that I've posted to all of them correctly, which is nice. Underneath the calendar spot is a spot for messages. So you can message students. You can also message other teachers or anyone that's connected to their Schoology on the school. The People's tab, this is a list of everyone in our school who's connected to Schoology. If you attend our school, if you're a teacher at our school, everyone has a password and username to Schoology. You can also edit your users, or just in case your students forget their password, their email, their username, this is a way to go in and help find them. You can also use this site to give usernames or reminders to parents. So parents can actually have their own login and go into the site, see their child's grade, or see anything, the assignments that we have, or that sort of thing. So going back to the home page, I'm going to go through the the things that you can actually post to the different classes or to like your home page. An update is much like a status, so you can write it, you can post messages or reminders or anything that you need to update to your students on this site. Can go over, and this is the assignment tab, the one that I use the most often, and this is the one where you can put assignments to specific classes or to all of your classes. You see they have a couple different things here. You name it. You can also give it a description. Enabling the Dropbox just lets the students upload to the exact link that you are posting. Some things that you don't always have to be uploaded to Schoology, but if you want them to be, which is a really simple way to also kind of grade that and use that, you can. You put your points, and then this is the post to column, so you would post to whatever class, and you can just click whatever one you would like. You can also upload files like PowerPoints, movies, you can link them to anything on the internet. The Events tab is so that you can actually add an event to the calendar, whether it be a test reminder or some kind of event. You can fill in the appropriate boxes and use that. And the More column is to kind of locate to your personal blog. The very top of this site, home is what we're on now. Your courses are nicely put up for you, and it's always on the semester that you're on, so the site actually goes along with your school calendar, so they know when your new 9 weeks begins, they know when your semester ends and when it begins, and you can actually also see all the classes that you've had so far, and it depends on, like this isn't my current. You can also see your past classes, so that was my classes last semester. You can also add groups or create groups. Your students can also create groups, and that is very similar, kind of like Google Groups, and you can like message things or email things just to that specific group, which is also really nice. And then resources, this is connected to Google Docs specifically, but you can do any kind of resource, any kind of folder, kind of in that column. Going over, you click this little envelope is the same as the left-hand tab Messages. It's your Messages tab. It's a quick way to get to it. It also notifies you when someone has written you a message, so it turns very much like Facebook does, like the little number in red at the top. The next one is your friend request, and you can add teachers or other students or anyone that's connected on Schoology. And the last tab is your notifications. So anytime you get a message or an update or comment, then it will notify you. One other really cool thing about Schoology is when a student uploads an assignment to Schoology, it sends you an email saying that that person has done that. So it's kind of chaotic when you first put out an assignment because you get like 25 updates, but it is really nice if a student's missed or been absent and they update something, and it lets you know they've uploaded it, so you can kind of go to that specific assignment and upload it and not miss out. If you click on your name, it takes you to your profile. So this shows you all the things that you can kind of do here. You can edit your profile, you can update it, just like a status. Your info is things about you, and mine's pretty basic. Your email, the school that I am with, and then your blog, you can actually blog, which I don't, and they can also see that. So this also tells me how many posts that I have done. This content is related to what I've assigned, how much work I've put up here, and then the number of students I have this semester. So if you look down at my courses, I'll take you to my first block, U.S. History. And you can see quite a bit of things, and this is exactly what they see when they look on the site. I'll start with the far left tab. This is materials. It's very similar to it's exactly the same as the tab right here. And this is just kind of a shorter way to get to it, but they're the same thing, and I'll go through those in a minute. Your updates are things that you can say to this class specifically, so if you come to your course page, then you are only writing to people in first block. Whereas if you go home and you write an update, you can update it to anyone, and you can still actually update it to anyone. Say I write something here, I can click to copy it to the different classes. Going to show you the gradebook. This is my actual gradebook. It's digital. I make a paper copy, but mostly everything's in here. They keep track of it. It averages things for you. It is perfect for getting the work in here and graded. So you can see this first column is my students' names. The second one is their overall grade, so it's combining the fourth 9 weeks with their third 9 weeks, and that's their semester grade so far. You can also see the different assignments, and as you scroll over, you see a couple different things. You see what category it is, was it classwork, homework, a quiz, numeric grade, the due date, and the time, and how many points it's worth. One other thing that I really like about Schoology is when you assign something and you want them to add to the Dropbox, a piece of paper will actually pop up on the gradebook to let you know that a student has submitted it. So if there is not a paper there, and there should be, and not all the time, that doesn't happen all the time. For instance, like a quiz, we do these on paper, so there would never be a paper submission. But if you go over to this World War I officer game, you see that there are a bunch of them. So if you don't have one, they automatically get a 0, and that's kind of really nice to be able to put in and it calculate it all for you. A couple other things is you can edit the actual assignments that you're on. So if you want to set a time that it's actually due, so if you only allow them to, get it to you the March 26th, 11:59, anything they turn in after that will actually pop up late for them. And I'm going to show you a specific assignment that we do. So this other column, you can do quite a bit on here. I mainly use it for the assignments. You can do online tests and quizzes. You can actually upload files or different links just specifically for them to see. You can have discussions. You can also put photos. And then there's the assignments tab. When you click this, it takes you to things that you've put up there in your past things. So there's the third 9 weeks here and the fourth 9 weeks. You can click on any assignment that you want. This was a 1920s PowerPoint project. You can see a couple things when you look at the assignment. One is you can see the title of the assignment, the day it's due, the time it's due. You can also see the day that I posted it. If you look underneath it, you'll also be able to view the actual requirements for the project. This is just a Word document. And this gives you everything that they had to have in their presentation, the things that I wanted them to include. They can download these, they can print this, they can actually zoom it in, make it as big as small as they want. And you can actually do multiple pages too, so if you have a couple of different documents, you can link it to the same one. After they have actually completed the assignment, they then upload it, and this is what I see as far as them uploading their assignments. I get their name. I also get if it is on time, so if it's turned in before the time that I set, it's considered on time. Afterwards, it's late. When you click on the student's name, the thing that's highlighted is actually their username, so that's another way for them to, if they forget it, they can see it that way. So what I can do is I can click on to their assignment, and this actually allows me to view it, so I can view her slides. Within this, I can actually download it myself, and it'll open it up in PowerPoint or whatever the program is that she did it on. And another thing I really enjoy about Schoology is you can grade really easy, especially if it's like a PowerPoint or a project. So you click where you want to grade, you type in the grade. You can also make comments on that, which will be right here. Then you submit that, and it's graded and done, and it puts it automatically in your gradebook, and you don't have to go back and change anything. You can also make additional comments to the side, and they get like a little notification mark when you've made a comment or you said something about their work. You can also look at these different ways, so all the ones that I've received, all the ones that were on time, which will take away the late one, only the late ones, and people who did not submit for whatever reason. And that's about it. This is just kind of a basic tutorial on how to use Schoology, some of the parts of it, and how you can use it in your classroom. Thanks.